We start with the latest comments from U.S. President Donald Trump in an explosive interview with Reuters. He threw some curveballs South Korea's way with his remarks on THAAD and Washington's bilateral trade pact with South Korea. President Trump hinted at a possible termination of the South Korea-U.S. FTA, citing Washington's trade deficit with Seoul. Our Connie Kim at Seoul's foreign ministry now joins us on the line. Connie, tell us more.
Well, Daeun, as you can imagine, the interview has sent shockwaves to South Korea. First of all, the unpredictable U.S. president said he wanted to either renegotiate or terminate a, quote, horrible trade deal with South Korea, citing Washington's deep trade deficit with Seoul. His remarks saying he wanted to pull out of the bilateral trade deal was one of his key pledges during his presidential campaign. And as you may remember, it was just last week that visiting U.S. Vice President Mike Pence mentioned reforming the FTA, saying American business continue to face too many entry barriers, tilting the playing field against the American worker and American growth.
Trump also brought up the controversial THAAD deployment issue, saying he wants Korea to pay more than what Seoul is already paying now.
Right. In his 42-minute interview, Trump dropped the bombshell to South Korea, saying he wants Seoul to pay the cost of the U.S. military hardware for the THAAD deployment, which he estimated at a staggering $1 billion U.S. But the current status of forces agreement states that the U.S. will pay for the deployment and operation of a single THAAD system, with Trump's comments going against the existing agreement. The THAAD deployment is one of the most controversial topics in Korea these days, with China engaging in economic retaliation against Seoul in protest and the U.S. accelerating the installation process. And last but not least, Trump highlighted the North Korea issue as his biggest global challenge, saying a major conflict with Pyongyang is possible in the standoff over its nuclear and missile programs, although he did say he prefers a diplomatic outcome. Trump also used the interview to praise Chinese President Xi Jinping for Beijing's assistance in trying to rein in Pyongyang, possibly adding more pressure to do so. It was just Wednesday that Washington issued a joint statement on North Korea that said it'll tighten economic sanctions and pursue diplomatic measures, but keep the door open to dialogue in persuading Kim Jong-un to de-escalate and ultimately dismantle its nuclear and ballistic programs. Daeun?